Yo, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a new video about F1 22 on my channel. And today we're gonna check out Myteam, and what we are checking out is every single difference between the 3 different entry points. This is a new addition to the Myteam mode in the F1 22 game, so you can select if you want to be a newcomer, which basically is something like cars. So you start from the back and you don't have a lot of budget, you have to struggle a bit initially. You can also select to be more like a midfield runner, and then also to be a championship contender right away when you start your Myteam career. And one of the differences right away is you cannot select the same sponsors in each different one, which makes sense. So you're basically lacking budget initially. And the sponsors that you will get, depending on which one you pick, will also vary a lot. And those were all the sponsors that are available so far. Then I will also show you the different engines. So with newcomer makes sense, you have the lowest. With midfield you have somewhat in between, and with the championship contender you already have pretty good sponsors. And I just reacted to seeing how bad the different performances are, and especially the durability of the Ferrari. Sorry, had to say that. But after the last few weekends and feeling for Charles Leclerc, this was quite something when I saw it had so much reliability compared to everyone else and still so much performance. Yeah, and also the Mercedes engine ahead of Honda or Red Bull powertrain. That is quite a surprise. But anyways, we are right now checking out the different drivers and the game explaining as well. I should shut up.
Is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Focus represents the driver's...
Alright, so it's explaining the different kind of like attributes each driver has, and the ones that we can select at the beginning, I don't know if they are fixed. Those are the ones that you can select at the beginning. If you pick one of those smaller teams, like the newcomer. And then also, just to show you, I've discovered you can actually change the paint finish. I don't know if this was a feature last year, and now you can see for newcomer the facilities are all spec 0. Everything is from the beginning. We are the 4th worst team on the grid, which is actually not too bad. I thought we would literally be dead last. And we are also gonna do a 3-lap race with a 1-shot quali just to compare each different, well, pace setting, if there's a huge difference, and what I can tell. And now we're going on board. Actually, like, what I want to take away, we are also on the default setup. There's no setup that I've already discovered or anything. And also for this one, it's a better comparison to just have each different attempt on the same setup, just so we can compare it better. Of course, 1-shot quali is not the best for that, but we have to keep it short. We only have 50 minutes, guys, or a little bit more, a couple more seconds, you know, 59 seconds additionally. And the AI is actually unbelievably fast. I can already spoil that. On every single attempt, we are gonna struggle beating them or even getting close to them. They are so rapid. It's not even close. Like on this track, the AI is super fast. Yeah. But the car actually feels nice. Like, I remember back when they introduced the game mode in F1 2020, I felt like the Myteam car had a terrible feeling to it. Like, I really didn't like it. It was just an awkward sensation, and it always felt off. I also set all of the 3 different cars up the same way. The only thing I said is that the car is more responsive. Aside from that, I skipped every comment because I realized maybe I should just skip the comments, and then it's like exactly the same in terms of like the pre-season interview. You know what I mean? You can kind of change the attributes of the car, which one is developed and which not. So those are also all the same. So we have a better comparison, and the pole is a 27.1, and we're doing only a 28.9. No, that's our teammate. We were actually last with a 29.0 or nearly last. Yeah, we were last behind Latifi. And now we're checking out what's happening in the race. I will also skip some parts where it's a bit more boring. So the AI already pretty racy again, but yeah, you can still do the turn 1 sense of doom. They still work. and we're already up into P13, but now it will be interesting to see if we can cope with the others. They are super fast in the straight line, like I don't know where they make up their time. They are fast on the straights, they are fast in the corners. I guess either we must run a pretty horrible setup, or our car's not that great as expected. Even though I have to admit, the car feels good, like the feeling of it is good, so I'm really curious to see with development in the brand new F1 game, if you have like a full season of development, how your car will feel, because I remember in F1 2021-2020 Myteam, the feeling of the car changes so much, especially on the brakes. Like if you upgrade the brakes, for example, the Austria hairpin, you could brake incredibly late, I think like 50-meter board, not lock up and still make the apex. Whilst in the normal car it was like 100-meter board braking point or something like that. At least it changed quite drastically considering how efficient these cars already are under braking. So yeah, maybe it will in the end feel like F1 2020 car or something like that. I don't know, we will see, we will find out. I have actually not done any development, any further laps aside from the ones that we are doing right now. So we will see until, well, as soon as I get full access to the final game. I hope I will already get a little bit earlier access, because I will be in Silverstone for the Silverstone GP. And I would need to pre-record, because over there I don't always have access to a rig, neither my editing program and all of these fancy tools that would be really beneficial for producing content for you guys. But we will figure out a way how to do it. Alright. So Carlos Sainz crossing the line. I just let this lap run through to see the first actual lap. 30.4. I don't think I will do that on any other runs, because we're still limited on time. We get a little bit of a, well, oversteering moment out of the first corner. We still have DRS, but because of that moment we are losing it. And now we are fighting Seb. Seb is going down the inside, but we still got the DRS and can charge back. But now look what I mean with like we are incredibly slow on the circuit. We have DRS. I'm not using overtake, of course, and we are low on DRS, but Seb is still getting alongside. So these cars are incredibly quick. I don't know what setup they are running. I was running the default increased top speed setup on all 3 runs, so it should be fairly fast on the straights. They were even faster, so interesting. But anyways, we crossed the line in P11, first race, and now we are comparing the times. Like Carlos did a 28.1, we did as a best a 30.4. That was, I think, also with a bit of slipstream. Our teammate did a 30.7. Was a bit further off. Now we're checking out the midfield challenger. There you can see already the differences in the sponsors. They are definitely, I think, by 1 million or something better. That's German. Better. And that was the development point. We were not that far back anymore. And we have 1 spec already. And also one thing, we have 1 sponsor. Before we didn't. This is a new thing. So with the midfield, you get on each facility already 1 upgrade, 1 spec. Before you have 0, you have to work to the 3. We get 1 immediate additional sponsor alongside the bonus sponsor, and we are a little bit further ahead in the development, but actually it's not that crazy. Like honestly, you will see the lap time is not much better. I've also selected a different teammate, Judson Button. He's out qualifying us. Just a little spoiler. But yeah, I don't feel like going for midfield challenger. I guess it helps you for setting up the car in terms of development. You get a little bit more cash, you get a little bit of additional specs for the facility, so you can develop also again more. It helps in general just deliver a bit better stuff and performance in the season, especially at the beginning, and then when you start developing as well. It's just a way easier start. I feel like the newcomer is, if you want it on hard mode, you can see it as hard, as easy or hard, middle, and easy. So the easy mode is when you already join as a championship contender, because you get a lot of support. It's kind of like finding a chest in Minecraft, like the bonus chest at the beginning. You can see Jensen is doing a 28.0 and we are doing a 28.8, so a little improvement, not much. The lap wasn't the cleanest, so I guess we could maybe squeeze out another 2 to 3 tenths or something like that on that setup without any changes at all. Yeah, but we are still not on Jensen's pace, so the AI is incredible. The default setup is definitely not helping us a lot there. And there's a little bit of a contact into turn 1 with a couple of cars. Bits of carbon fiber flying around. We don't have any damage, fortunately, and Schumacher is attacking again, and we are trying to hold it around the... Oh no, that was K-Mac, sorry. Also, if you haven't noticed, we didn't change the livery because I thought, like, why am I actually customizing it, or why would I customize it again? I just wanted to show you the initial customization, and then move on from it. So here we are going around the outside of Pierre Gasly, and the car, honestly, it does not feel much different, in my opinion, compared to the newcomer. I'm quite convinced the development might actually be more or less the same, like in newcomer and the midfield challenger setting. But like I said, you have a better start. Like it's just like you get a little bonus, which helps you out to slowly, but a bit quicker than the newcomer, improve your car to make it more competitive over long term. I guess that's what it is. And Alonso and Perez are, I don't know what they are doing, but thank you very much. We're taking that free position, or those 2 free positions, but now Alonso's fighting back. We still get the DRS. And now we are gonna be 3 wide down the straight with these 2 hotheads again. Let's see. Considering what happened the lap before, I should have maybe taken the inside because, yeah. But we're still surviving. They're still hitting us. But anyways, we kind of stay ahead for now. Paris is passing into turn 1 for the next and final lap. And with that, this is pretty much it. The race is done. Like we cannot fight Paris. Our car is just too bad against the Red Bull. Like on not equal terms, realistic. So here the lap time from Max, then from us we did a 30.3 as a best time. That's a 1/10 improvement, but in overall the lap times were better. Jensen was much better, he was in the 29s, but I guess we should just compare ourselves. And then in the final one, the sponsors you could see improved. We are in Spec 2, that is the championship contender setting now. Aerodynamics and everything, like we are the 3rd best team. We have 3 different sponsor slots now, compared to in the newcomer we had none. In midfield challenger we had 1, and in the championship contender we had now 3 in total. So we only have to unlock 1 more, and then you already have like all the bonus sponsors that you need. Of course you have to do that by acclaim and delivering, but you can see like you get so much more money, and also those sponsors are way better. Like the additional sponsors that you can get, they give you even more money. So you start with more money, you can technically pay for a better driver, one of the icons, so you immediately have a competitive teammate. You have immediate money from bonus sponsors, and you have already everything on Spec 2. You need just 1 more spec and then you are already maxed out on everything. And yeah, you're 3rd best team in the championship, not far off the leaders, which is, I think, quite some help. So yeah, as you can see, we're still slow, but we are not struggling as much anymore. On this occasion I could feel a difference in the car. The car felt definitely quicker than on the first 2 attempts, and we even messed up during the lap. Like first turn was not great, so yeah, this one definitely helps a lot. Like the championship contender is a big assist. I would even call it an assist, a Myteam assist. I mean, everyone, if you want to start as a championship contender, of course you have to do that, but you can see we did a 0.3, which is 7/10 faster than our first attempt, and I think our best lap was actually the first attempt on the worst car. We're starting in P18 out of 22 cars. Let's see what we can do into turn 1. But yeah, I think if you want to use that setting because you want to start as a championship contender and you don't want to waste much time, go for it. But I can assure you, you will probably have more time long term if you just start as a newcomer. And now look at Lewis doing a freaking switchback because we broke too late. This pains. Now we're staying behind him for quite some time. 29.5 was our fastest lap here. These two are fighting again. I don't know what's up with Alonso and turn 1 with another car. But we get a little bit of a moment, but still better exit than Lewis Hamilton. We pass him. Valtteri Bottas is also looking to make a move on the flying Brit. Is that even a word? Yeah. And that's pretty much it. We just have to defend for the final corner. But guys, yeah. So, as you can see, this is literally just showcasing the comparison. It's like the last setting is definitely faster. The first one is the slowest. You also get the least amount of support, and in general, it's just harder to get your season going. But do whatever you like. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, for more F1 22 content, subscribe, hit the like, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.